Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I am going to offer a few words of Torah on this Erev Shabbat, Parashat Naso. Shir Amalot Esai Nayel Heharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri. A song for ascents. I will lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? Thus begins chapter 121 of Psalms, our most frequent offering during difficult times. All too often, this passage has come to mind lately, during the tragic and challenging events of recent days and weeks, and even months. From where will our help come? The psalm offers a straight enough answer. My help will come from the Lord, Ezri mi'im Adonai, oseh shamayim va'aretz, followed by many reassurances that God is our protector. But as the difficult times continue and even escalate, is this reassurance enough? A deeper look reveals more meaning in the first passage of Psalm 121 within the idea of lifting up one's eyes. Usually in Tanakh, this is actually more a sign of imminent difficulty than of hope. For instance, after a dispute with Abraham, Lot lifts up his eyes to survey the land and decides to head for Sodom and Amorah, Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham lifts up his eyes and sees where he will offer his son Yitzchak as a sacrifice. Yaakov looks up and feels threatened by his brother Esau's entourage. And when King David looks up, he sees a messenger arriving with the news of his son Absalom's death. So how, in Psalm 121, does looking up become hopeful? Perhaps the very fact that the psalmist still looks up despite all the aforementioned incidents, and this time finds God as protector, is a tikkun, a corrective to all those incidents. We are being told, look up again, keep looking up, because God as protector will still become manifest. And in fact, from the examples cited above, the most positive outcomes, where Abraham ultimately does not sacrifice Yitzchak and Esau actually approaches Yaakov in peace, occur after the first act of lifting one's eyes is followed by a second. Abraham lifts his eyes again right before killing his son, and at that point sees the animal that he is told to offer instead as a sacrifice. Esau looks up after Yaakov and sees his family. Thus, not only in different situations, but within the same situation, we are being told, lift up your eyes, look around, take a different perspective. Through that act, we will learn and grow. We will perceive God and also find answers within ourselves and in others. Of the many inspiring statements by Rabbi Heschel, one I have found most challenging, actually, is the idea of judging a person in terms of black or brown or white is an eye disease. His rejection of racism in any form is clear and resonant. However, to my mind, its association with disease runs the risk of removing some responsibility or agency from a person with racist views, as though it is beyond their control. I obviously cannot know how Rabbi Heschel might respond to my concern, and I will not pretend to try. I can, however, borrow from the discussion above to understand Rabbi Heschel's statement in a new light. He is not saying you can do nothing about your racism. He is saying that when it comes to racism, it is too easy to fail to see what we can do. The antidote? Look up, look around, and look again and again to take different perspectives in order to learn and grow. I also find this message embedded through wordplay in the first sentence of Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes to the mountains and ask, from where will my help come? The question from where is the word me'ayin, spelled with the letter aleph. If that aleph were replaced with the letter ayin, however, it would be from an eye. Read this way, it says, I will lift up my eyes to the mountains, and my help will come from an eye. That is, from my sight, from noticing things I hadn't before. This week we read Naso, which is from the same root as the word esa, I will lift, as in, I will lift up my eyes. This root can also mean carry. When we lift up our eyes, we also carry. We uplift ourselves and others. This isn't easy, as evidenced by yet another conjugation of this word in Naso, masa, or burden. Our society carries many burdens these days, heavy burdens that we share and have the responsibility to lift together. May we, like the Levites of Parashat Naso, our ancestors, who recited Psalm 121 before ascending the temple steps, merit the Kedusha to continue to learn and grow during even the most difficult times, to perceive God and also find answers within ourselves and one another. Shabbat Shalom.